Hello, Trev here. Happy New Year 2026. So I'm just doing a little update of the last few videos of 2025 and setting the outline for this year to come. So do watch to the end of the video just to see that. If you have a look at my channel, you can see that I've done quite a bit more sort of music tuition videos in the last kind of month or so. So we've got bass guitar, bit of restringing, Radiohead. So I've got a whole playlist of a few Radiohead songs, how to play on various instruments. That one's a Pyramid Song on the piano. Oral practice, so a bit of kind of listening and bit of Beatles. So there was a new Beatles thing. So I've kind of really kind of maxed out on doing kind of a chunk of tuition videos on the various instruments that I teach: ukulele, tuning, Harry Potter, a little review of Simply Piano app, and Feliz Navidad, which was a Christmas song that I was doing in quite did it in quite a few schools. Actually ended up doing it at a community centre event as well, sort of a Spanish song, really catchy, really simple to play, only a few chords. So yeah, we're kind of past Christmas season now, but you can still obviously have a play through some of them if you want to. Have a little go on electrical repairs. At this point, so this is kind of coming up to the new year, I kind of started putting some of the other non-musical content back on my main channel. So those of you who have seen the kind of like the intro video for the last month or two, I did set up a second channel, Trev Williams Not Music, which the idea was to make it a bit more kind of focused. This is the music channel, and anything that's not music can go onto the other channel. I would say I'm still kind of like the idea of that, but it hasn't fully worked in terms of channel views. Yeah, I kind of want to maybe put some of that content back on here just so it kind of gets seen. And yeah, I would say that the music content, although I kind of quite like the music content, I feel like it's fairly good content. As you can see here, it's not got that many views. Feliz Navidad did, but most, 20, 30, 40 views. Some of these, well, maybe 50, so under 100 views, and some of them get less than that. So I kind of have to sort of negotiate a little bit where I spend my time making content. Obviously I teach music, those of you who don't know me, so I do make a living from teaching, but I don't really get paid at all from YouTube because I haven't got enough watch hours yet. So my aim, or one of my aims, is to get the watch hours up to a point where I can make some money. I'm not planning to make a lot of money from YouTube, but it would be good to make a bit of it. And if I'm making content that isn't getting lots of views, then that kind of it doesn't really make sense. So I would appreciate any sort of feedback in terms of if you want to see particular content, then let me know. I will still carry on making music content, but consequently I have added some of the content which I think was a bit more popular aside from the music stuff. So I went to Bushy Park. There's University Park's park run highlights and Bushy Park. I wouldn't say it got massive views, but I enjoyed making the video. So I also have to just think, what do I enjoy making? Night Shift ran a kind of a music night in a different place at the Bullingdon. So I've kind of done a bit of local band promotion. So Gappy Tooth and All Will Be Well Records, which are kind of local promoters, they did a kind of event, and I did a little video of that just to kind of promote some local music, which I enjoyed making that. So have a watch of that if you want to see some local Oxford music. Hot Crumpets are a local band. Sometimes I'm just putting up content that, like, it's where I am, as it were. And then the latest one is the heat pump. So I've kind of swayed back into heat pumps, and I know that heat pumps is popular content. It gets a lot of views. It also gets a lot of controversy. So it's interesting that, like, if people interact, even if they interact negatively with a video or whatever, it will boost it in their algorithm, so to speak. So even though some people do come up to me and say, oh, I saw your tuition video on such and such, or they really liked it in a positive way, what works in terms of views is just interaction. So people that click like or share or write a comment on the videos. So I just thought I'd do a little update. That's kind of where I'm at in terms of 2026. I'll carry on giving it a music focus, but I think probably it's more likely that this is just the main channel where I put most of my content, and then the other channel I might bring back to life at another time, but it hasn't, you know, particularly changed any of the statistics. I've forgotten the name for the statistics, but yeah, you probably know. Should I look it up? What's it called? Analytics. That's it. But yeah, the algorithm of kind of what is promoted to new viewers or returning viewers. Yeah, so I'll carry on making music content, probably do a bit of the similar sort of nature, green issues. I have started doing Veganuary, so I thought about doing a little bit of covering of some of Veganuary, and also the nature stuff that I always do, community stuff, and parkrun, sort of. They're the kind of topics that I've been covering for the last year, aside from the music content. But yeah, I will still make playlists as well, so hopefully it won't kind of be confusing in terms of having a mixed content channel. But thank you again for watching any of the videos in 2025. And yeah, in terms of kind of viewer numbers, I think I've got quite a lot of subscribers, but I mean, I don't know how many of them are active subscribers, but that's, you know, plenty of subscribers. It's just getting people to kind of watch a bit more content, or creating content that people like. I do want to do a bit more mental health as well. I've done a mental health playlist, which still seems to be popular when I actually chat to people in terms of what content they've watched on my channel. And you know, that's one of the really kind of interesting kind of topics that I've talked about on this channel. So I might bring that back to life a little bit as well. Okay, well, again, wish you a very happy 2026, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.